show us how to care for some of the season's most beautiful blooms is one of the most beautiful blooms I know.
Aww.
Celebrity florist and owner of the Hidden Garden, Amy Marella. Welcome back, Amy.
Thank you. Thanks
so excited to have you.
I'm excited to be here.
Flowers are everywhere.
This is like my favorite month.
Oh, I'm sure.
So many spring flowers, so many pretty things. So I brought some of my favorites. And I want to show you the best way to process these things.
Okay.
So that they double the life in your house.
Really?
When you have them. Yeah, because
that's very exciting.
If we process the flowers the right way, it'll extend the life of the flowers. And I think that's one of the biggest problems that people have when they're putting the flowers
100%, yeah, because you have these beautiful flower arrangements and then 3 days later they're dead. And you think, wow, how did this happen? But not
especially
with your
the
help.
spring flowers, yes.
So hydrangeas, we see hydrangeas everywhere. I love every type of hydrangea, every color.
Yes.
They're like gentle flowers though.
They
I
are.
think they're always
I
very
know.
soft.
So I have a really soft one right here.
Yeah,
so
I feel
sad,
like
right?
they're sensitive.
Okay, they are. They want to be hydrated.
Yeah,
Hydrangea, hydrate. So one of the tricks that we have, and we use this all the time at the shop, when we get a shipment in and it's a little bit too soft, and we know it's fresh. So this isn't 5 days after I've had my flowers in my house, I'm going to rehydrate them. That's not going to work.
Okay.
This is a fresh bloom. We will actually take a bucket of water, cold water, and we will take that and we will dunk it.
Submerge it?
Submerge it, yeah. So we're just going to hydrate the heads of all of the hydrangea.
I would have thought that would ruin the flower.
I know. It's going to look like it ruined it too when it comes out, just so you know. And then
How long do you hydrate?
We're going to leave that there for 2 hours, like this, upside down. And this is great with blue, pink, white, any of the really soft-headed blooms. Those bright colors usually are soft. And then you're going to take it back out.
Okay.
And then you're just going to give it a quick trim at an angle.
And what exactly is this supposed to do? That's actually going to make the flower more sturdy? Yeah,
so this is actually hydrating the bloom. I know it sounds crazy, but it really works.
Okay.
And then another trick is that you could take the stem of your hydrangea, give it a little cut, put it in alum, which is
alum?
It's a spice you can get in the grocery store.
Okay.
And this is another silly trick, but it actually helps the.
So here's the alum.
So and you're just going to do like 1 to 2 inches in there.
And this is how the alum's sold in the grocery store?
This is how it's sold in the spice racks.
Okay.
It literally in the A's, you know how it's alphabetical.
Right.
And then you're just going to take it and put it back in the water, and that helps the water absorb up to the head. The goal is to get it to this.
So how long before this is going to start looking like the hydrangea that I bought and not like I've ruined it?
2 hours.
So in 2 hours it's going to start to open up again?
It's about 4 hours total. 2 hours in the
process.
water and then 2 hours, and it'll come back up.
Okay. Are there any
and
other
keep it
ways
in a cool place
that we should be caring for it? I know there's another product instead of the alum.
We have something that we use at our shop called Quick Dip, which you could get at a floral supply company.
All right.
And that is the same process. Alum is trying to help, bring the water right up to the head.
Same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Now, what about the lilacs? I see lilacs growing wild everywhere around here.
Oh, I know. I love them
so beautiful.
So much. I do. So lilacs are a little tricky. Let's grab a couple stems of that.
Okay.
We'll grab the purple. So lilacs have a really, really woody stem.
Yes.
And the hardest part for them is to get this water to absorb through the woody stem to get back to the bloom.
Okay.
So what you want to do is you want to open up the stem. So we will crack the stem. Instead of cutting it, like we always say, cut it at a perfect angle, we're actually just going to crack it like that. And we're going to pull that piece up. Okay. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get into this green part. And this is the part that's getting the water. So we want to give it a chance. Okay. And that's the best way to do it. So if you cut it off of your tree, this is not going to absorb the water. There's such a small amount of space for the water to get up. Okay. So another trick is the hammer. All right. So take that and literally just pound the ends of it because you're just cracking that wood.
You know, this is something that I've learned on this show. Shirley tells me to do this all the time because, I mean, it seems counterintuitive, like I'm hurting
I know, because but it works. And so now all of this, all that water can get up through there.
So would you have to peel it back still, or just
you don't
leave
have
it
to
like
because
that?
you broke it all, so it's good.
Okay.
If you crack it, you want to peel it back. So the other interesting thing about hydrangea, a lot of the hydrangea you have in your yard has the woody stem too. So
you'd have
if
to
you
do
have
the
a little
same
bit,
thing.
you want to crack it. You just want to get that wood off. That's the part that's tough. But that helps it. And viburnum is another
very similar
flower that has the woody stem. Also a really beautiful spring bloom. So same process, you just want to crack it and get to the
Now these don't have a real scent, do they?
The lilacs aren't as fragrant. I'm not gonna lie.
And viburnum's just
like back east, they're so fragrant.
That's what I was gonna say.
I know. I don't know why ours
The West Coast lilacs don't smell.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
So viburnum, same sort of thing.
And our season's really short here.
Oh,
it's
really?
Tiny, tiny.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness. All right, now the quintessential spring flower, the tulip. And there's so many different tulips that I didn't even know existed, to be completely honest with you, until I met you.
I tried to bring a bunch of different varietals just so it was a little bit different than what we've been seeing.
Look at these over here. How
yeah,
beautiful
French
they are.
parrot tulips, the peony French tulips, the parrot fringe tulips.
These are really beautiful.
Aren't they cool? And then,
they almost look like they've been cut.
Yeah, they're called
Look at
frilled.
that.
Yeah, they're the frilled peony tulip. Really
All right.
cool. So tulips are interesting. They don't always have a long shelf life at home, as we know. So what we try and do is when we receive our tulips, they come like this in a bundle.
Right.
And I usually get them in the store like this as well. We actually do a dry cold storage on them for a day or two. We don't process them. So the second you start to process the tulips, cut them and put them in water as processing, they start to grow and they're kind of on their end.
I did not realize that. I've had so many different bouquets. I didn't realize they were growing. I just thought that they were starting to droop.
Nope, they're growing.
I had
they're
no
growing.
idea.
They'll grow. Now you'll pay attention. So all of your arrangements, the tulips always poke out.
Yeah.
So we keep them until we're ready to use them, and then we cut them and put them in water. Okay. So if you have the ability to put these in like a dry cold storage, your refrigerator maybe, or maybe a lot of everyone that's crafting is really good about putting, you know, they might have a crafting fridge, I don't know.
And it'll last for 2 days.
Yeah, keep them there for a couple days, that's it.
All right, now what if they do start to droop?
So if
hang on, you have a flower on your head.
Oh,
there you go.
I just put flowers in my hair. So if they do start to droop, this one's really droopy. See,
oh my
he's
goodness.
very sad. He needs water.
See, you know what I do immediately? I throw them away.
Okay, well, if they're new, they're good. If they're old, yes, throw them away. These are all of our tricks here are if they're new.
If they're new,
yeah, we're not trying to revive 5-day-old anything.
Okay, so if it's a few days old, it's fine. 5 days, do not do it.
Correct. You take a pin and you take.
That one's droopy.
This one's a little droopy. So, what you're going to want to do is you're going to take your pin and you're going to poke this right through the head like that, at the bottom of the head, I should say.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
And then we're going to just pull it back out.
Okay.
And then we would give it a fresh cut, and then we would put this right into water, and we're going to let it drink. So that just opened the airway, or the waterway, I should say, for the water to get all the way up to the bloom, because it's trying to heal the sore.
And so then it'll start sitting up again.
Start to sit up again.
Oh my gosh, Amy Marella, you are just a cornucopia of information, of beautiful flowers.
Thank you,
thank you so much for being here. And
You're
thank you
welcome.
for making our home so beautiful with all of your flowers each week.
We
love you, Amy. For more tips from Amy, visit hiddengardenflowers.com. And you all stick around.